hold on.
Swipe to the other screen. Like use your finger and swipe the screen and you should see them.
Yeah.
You see them?
Oh yeah, now we see them.
Can you hear the music? It's like we're in Jamaica. All right, well, mazel tov.
Thank you, guys.
Mazel tov to you. This is not over, guys. We got a whole thing going on.
Of course you do.
Amy, you're recording this? Thank you.
So I hope you have pants on because what we would like you to do
Oh, this is what Jess wanted something.
is stand up so we can have your first dance.
Jess is saying,
Tell me when you're
Like,
ready.
seriously.
make the trees if we're gonna dance.
Okay, hold on, let me turn you.
I don't know how
Close that door.
Okay.
Sit with me.
Not clean yet.
Come sit with me, please.
All right, are you ready?
Sure.
Here is your first dance.
What happened?
I like heartburn.
You want water? You want water?
I was a boat stuck in
Hey, honey, I can't see them. I don't know how to work.
Who's saying I can
Jordan.
All right.
I can hear it.
You have to put it
nowhere
on.
with no one. I was 1 in 100.
Okay, hold on.
Burnout star in a just lost in the sky, wondering why everyone else died. I came to life when I first kissed you. Best me had his arms around you. You make me better than I was before. God, I'm yours.
You want to watch it? To watch that? You can.
Come on. 'Cause they're oh.
Looking down, lost in the sound of a lonely bell. An empty pocket said roulette.
I already know.
Lost bed. Just live for the spin, hope for the wind, go on. Just to lose again, but I came to life when I first kissed you. The best me has his arms around you. You make me better than I was before. Thank God I'm yours. Worst me is just a long gone memory. Put a new heartbeat inside of me. You make me better than I was before. God, I'm I was so stuck in a bind. Never got the chance to touch the sea. But I can't when I first kissed you. The best me had his arms around you. You make me better than I was before. Thank God.
You're right there.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so now I'm going to turn it over to Sarah. If I can find her on my view. Where is she? Top right. Okay, I'm gonna pin her. When I pin her, can you guys see who's talking?
We see everybody right now. I can change it to speaker view if you want me to.
No, it's okay. Spotlight video.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah. Okay, I just need to get comfortable for this. Excuse me. Make sure I look okay for this thing.
Question is, which dress number is that?
I'm getting there.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. No, it's not possible to fit right. Okay, Jackie and Ari, you could hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So every important moment, every celebration always had two parts for Jackie. One, it had to be memorable. And two, it never went the way she had planned. including the bridesmaids' dresses. Yes, I was a horrible maid of honor / sister, and didn't order my dress in time. Hold on 1 second. Don't videotape me. Okay, so yes, I was a horrible maid of honor / sister and didn't order my dress in time. What did that mean? Ordering something last minute off of the internet. And what do you get when you order random things off of the internet? A poorly made dress from China. And how do you send back your $100 dress to China during COVID-19? You don't. Why? Because it was more than $100 to send it back. Could you believe the UPS lady actually asked me, do you know if China is accepting packages now? I don't know, lady. You tell me. Anyway, I thought it would be funny to wear it now for all of you. Now, back to the important moments of Jacqui's life. The first big show my family was taking her to see, Big Bird Live, a monumental moment for the Broadway lovin' singing fanatics. What happened? Coxsackie happened. Ugh, that definitely didn't go as planned. Fast forward 13 years, Jacqui's bat mitzvah, May, springtime, New Jersey. There was literally a monsoon in our backyard. Most of you weren't there. Let me paint the picture. The bar was floating, literally floating. It had to be memorable and definitely didn't go as planned. High school graduation. Did you all know that Jacqui didn't actually go to her graduation? Nope, she was in Louisiana for a competition. My mom went in her place because, you know, that's a normal story. That definitely didn't go as planned. College graduation from Virginia Tech.
The warm weather school.
A snowstorm wound up shutting down the entire state, and my parents were trapped in the car together for many hours. Dun, dun, dun. Definitely didn't go as planned, but certainly memorable. And now the world shuts down during your destination wedding that has been planned for ages. Definitely memorable. Definitely not how it was planned. Even Jacqui's career veered off the planned path. We toured a dozen schools for engineering, and somehow she ended up graduating with a hospitality degree. Definitely not how she planned it. The fond memories I have as a 15-year-old getting dragged around on the grand college tour. Nothing like touring engineering schools. Thrilling personalities these people have. Beige-colored labs. Muggy Florida. Though this career change may sound surprising to you, the career switch wasn't surprising to me. When Jacqui was a kid, she used to line up all of her bears, all of her toys, her dolls, set up stations, boss them around, and told them exactly where to sit. She would even tell everyone where they need to sit when we went out to eat in a restaurant. She was always in charge and would even stand on a chair between every round of cards to announce the score. Dad in the lead with 32, me with 29, Sarah with 28, Mom, 26. You get what I'm saying. I guess basic addition and subtraction during childhood card games didn't help her excel in math enough to have her pass statistics, which was the catalyst for the change in career. One silly class. So now, it's not bears, it's people. And every day she gets to tell all the people where they get to sit, except their limbs are a lot more flexible, and no one's noses needs to be sewed back on after falling off of the chair. Well, at least we hope not. So this was yet another major memory that turned out completely different than planned, but certainly a memorable journey. Now, after all of these life events not going as planned, shows and graduations, becoming an adult, and a wedding, you'd think this poor girl could get a break already. Well, ladies and gentlemen, she sure did. What was the most important part of her entire life that she got 100% what she wanted? Matching with Ari and the Simon family. Just one swipe of the finger changed the course of their life. What a game of roulette. One wrong sneeze, and you could have swiped left on your husband. What was that app you met on? Coffee Meets Bagel? Could this be any more Jewish sounding? What a story for your future children. Jacqui and I would always say we wanted a big family. And well, Simon family, thanks for having a few more cousins than us and for just being the absolute loveliest people. I never worried about Jacqui and finding her life partner. Really, never for a second. As soon as Jacqui told me about Ari and showed me his picture, I knew he was the one. True story. I knew it was from his warm smile and the way she lit up talking about him. We all know that sparkle in her green eyes when she looks up at him and he looks down at her. Not in the negative way, in the I am really tall way. I think the first time she showed me his picture, she may have even kissed the phone, just like her childhood self dreaming up her Prince Charming and the perfect wedding. Well, today might not be the perfect wedding or the perfect day that was planned, but it is the perfect relationship for these two lovebirds, full of football games and laughs and shots of tequila that I'll never understand. I know she will always be taken care of, especially when it comes to a home-cooked meal. Talk about strengths and weaknesses. Jacqui hit the jackpot. Jacqui stares at food being cooked for a living, but God forbid she learned how to cook a piece of salmon. Without Ari, Jacqui might resort back to her favorite childhood snack, boar's head bologna with a dollop of blueberry yogurt folded into quarters. Yes, quarters. And when you're ready to have children, we all know Ari is going to be the best father. He was raised by an amazing man, and we can see how good of an uncle he is. But just like Gael and Jackson, your uterus isn't getting any younger. So tick tock. I'm just kidding. Jacqui is the only person that I will let take the lead when I'm around her. We're both kind of controlling, but I love letting her act like the older sister sometimes. Is she efficient? Yes. Reliable, resourceful? Yes and yes. Put her together with Ari, these two, in record time, will both be calculating in their heads if it's cheaper to rent a car or put miles on the car to get to South Florida. Who calculates faster? I don't know. And when they bicker, isn't it cute? It's the perfect balance of Ari giving in and Jacqui always being right. Don't worry, Ari. I know she's not always right. Just keep letting her win, and you're bound to have a more successful marriage. Wink, wink. But in all seriousness, I could not be happier for these two. There will be plenty more life events that don't go as planned, but you will always have each other and the support of these two families. I don't say that in the corny way. I truly mean that. You'll continue to support each other through the ebbs and flows of life. But can it be in Fort Lauderdale? I mean, really, who wants to visit you guys in Orlando? I'm just kidding. We'll visit you in Tampa. Just not Orlando. We're all begging you. Cheers to Jacqui and Ari. May you both live long, healthy lives together and someday hire a cleaning lady. L'chaim. Hashtag Simon says you're welcome.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Beautiful, thank you.
And just so you know, this thing doesn't even kind of close.
So is that the first one or the second one?
You know, I just don't know at this point.
He lost.
And it's just gonna, be burned up. But it makes for a really good story, and I'm really glad I get to wear this very weird dress right now. It's very weird.
It really is.
Hey, Mom.
I haven't been here already.
That's true.
We are so glad we could all be here. And thank you, Sarah. That was a beautiful speech. Is there anybody else that would like to say something? You may unmute yourself at this time. Heath has something to say. I'm going to unmute him for him. Go ahead, Heath.
Like Passover, only talk when you're supposed to.
Yeah.
So as you could all see, I grew my hair for the occasion.
Holy
Oh
Jesus.
my God.
So you're welcome.
Less
Okay.
Taliban,
Wow.
so thank you.
This is 2.5 months of quarantine here of
Wow.
hair. So you're welcome.
Okay.
But since Amy did such a fantastic job letting Matt and I know about this, so we just found out a few hours ago, we're not necessarily fully prepared for this, and we wanted to save the large speech for when we know we're really going to get to celebrate this. But I just want to say, Ari, I have known you now for slightly over or getting to 20 years. I'll never forget the day. I was just telling Michelle, I'll never forget the day we were walking to Amway, and you were so excited that a girl wrote you back on Coffee Meets Bagel. And I will never forget that time that we were walking and we talked about it, and you were just excited because of the conversation that you had with her. I remember we went to another game the following week, and now this was the meetup the following day with the individual that wrote you back on Coffee Meets Bagel. And it was, I got it at that moment is when I got truly a different feeling from you. I've been a part of how you would call your journey and seen you go through ups, downs, and live with certain adversity that you've lived through. But the one thing I can say is that the person that's sitting next to you has truly, truly become your rock. And so while like I said, I will save the full speech for when we really get to celebrate, since we're truly in an unfortunate situation, I really just want to extend my congratulations to you and Jacqui. I've never been happier for you, because quite honestly, I think both you, and Matt, I see him there in the bottom, would agree that I don't know that we ever thought this day would come, to be quite honest with you. But at the end of the day, I know we could not be happier for you, and I know I could not be happier for you. And Jacqui, you make Ari, which I have to be honest with you, I don't know that I've ever said that. I've been able to say that. Ari's always been this free spirit. When he dated, it's almost as like he didn't really care. With you, he has this he wants to be a better person, and I think that when you find that person, ultimately it's going to last forever. So congratulations to you both. I do have a drink. I've been introduced to White Claw, even though I'm well past that, but I do love it. And I just want to say mazel tov. I love you both, and I can't wait until we really celebrate. So mazel tov.
Thank you, buddy. Love you.
L'chaim. Is there anybody else? I'm trying to unmute Keith. Is there anybody else that wanted to say anything?
Look at the kids sitting real cool.
Say something. No, I don't.
Barb does.
Still.
Go ahead, Barbara.
Come on.
There she goes.
I lost her.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, there
From
she
New
was.
Jersey. Hello. I just want to say, Jacqui, I brought you a little present. You can't keep it, though. This is Sophie.
It's okay. We're okay with that.
Family.
Oh, she's so
And
cute.
it's been really a weird experience knowing that, again, we had a plan and it didn't work out. But Jacqui, you are a trooper. And Ari, thank you for supporting her through this. She's handling it well, I hope.
Yes.
Plans, you know what they say. We plan, God laughs. So we're just going to have to laugh through.
We can't hear you.
We lost. Yeah,
Can't hear you.
Job and I are
Lost
happy
you.
to see you.
We lost you, Mom. We couldn't hear half that.
Oh, well, you'll have to wait till the real speech.
All right.
Element of surprise.
One more special. Somebody who wants to say something.
Speak up.
All right, baby. You're up.
Yay, Yali Jackson. We love you. We miss you. Question. Hearts and? That's my guys.
We love you.
We love you guys.
Let me get our next one set up.
Hey.
Ronnie, Amy.
Done. All right, here we go.
Ari, Jacqui,
Oh, Mom.
it's really an unusual Mother's Day for all of us, but love is love, and we all love you, and we're happy to be able to at least see you and eventually hug and kiss you, and eventually hear Heath's true speech and glad Dad was here to be able to share it with us too, in his own home, in his own bed. And all of you, we love you. Thank you for sharing this day with us. L'chaim.
Happy Mother's Day to all of you, too.
Happy Mother's Day.
Okay, I think Alan wants to say something.
Yep.
So as soon as I find him, I can spotlight you.
I'm here with Lynn.
Start talking, that'll work.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear? Okay. Ari, I just want to welcome you to the family. I think that Sarah alluded to some of the things that Jacqui has experienced in the way of disappointment throughout her life, where every single thing she ever had scheduled never worked out. It was an illness, it was an injury, it it was a flat tire. It could be anything, but everything that could go wrong always seemed to go wrong in terms of Jacqui being able to participate in whatever was going on in her life. And Sarah only touched on a few things. I'm not going to get into the details, but there were dozens more. And I think the only thing that I remember Jacqui not having disappointment with was rowing across the bay in a 9-foot rubber ducky. And she can explain that. That was a school project. So they built this huge rubber ducky and had to race it across the bay at Sandy Hook, New Jersey. And that was the only thing that I remember Jacqui actually getting to participate in. So Ari, I would say, as you go through life with Jacqui, when you have things that are on the schedule, always have a backup, because it never will work out. It will always be something. It'll be the old Murphy's Law kind of thing. But we love having you in the family. We love your family. Bringing two families together is a great thing. And it's nice to have a large family. So I understand, what Sarah was saying, and I know that you enjoy it. And just live life, enjoy it, live it to the fullest, and have a great time with your spouse and your partner. And we'll go through this again for a real party. But I love you, and we love you, and just keep going. We'll schedule the next one, and we'll do this again for the third time.
Third time's.
Take care.
Thank you. I see. Yeah. Amy, you still there?
We're here. Amy.
Ari, is that a sleeveless tuxedo you're wearing?
Yes, this is my first Zoom wedding, so give me a moment. Zoller, I hope I'm showing you proud.
If you know anybody looking for a Zoom wedding host, please.
We can pimp Amy out.
Yeah, so I figured we could just have a moment of fun, and I have a song I was gonna play that I think we hear at almost every event, and we all really like it. So I was just gonna play a little music. We all wanna get up and dance. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Oh, they're just shaking.
They'll put their drinks on.
I wouldn't be with you.
Yes.
Yeah, he had his mask on. Dancing in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Of course, count on Jazz.
It's time to come together. It's up to you.
Two. Everybody scream Yahoo!
Woohoo! Woohoo!
What are you doing?
This is in honor of Zadie.
Ari, did you hear that?
Mom's wearing her mask.
Yes. Oh, here.
What are you doing? Oh.
Oh.
It's framed. We got it. Jacqui finally framed it.
That's the dining room.
Look at Joey.
2 months.
It took a while. You've seen it though.
We showed you.
Finally
Yeah, we
finished
showed
it.
you a couple years at Passover, or last year at Passover.
Seeing it like that
I was planning to bring it to you this weekend.
is. Thank you.
I love you, Dad.
This was the song.
Arnie's talking.
Dad's talking. I can't hear him.
Your dad was talking, Amy, but he's on mute. Amy. Amy.
Well, thank you all for coming.
Thank you for. Well,
Thank you all.
Thank you. This is definitely a big surprise. Thank you so much.
You
could have gotten dressed for the occasion.
Well, I thought it was just like a quick Mother's Day thing.
We didn't know.
I had to figure out how to get them on, so you know.
I did my hair.
Thank you, Amanda.
You look great.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
guys. No, it truly means a lot. We love you.
Even though we're technically not actually married,
We don't think.
we
Not
really
sure.
appreciate it.
Tell everybody.
Yeah,
Everyone here knows.
separately, possibly.
How many times do you have to get married before you're married?
I don't know.
Apparently 3.
I don't know
Yeah.
that.
Probably, yeah, 3
Why are you
weddings.
married?
South Florida possibly messed up. The clerk of the county of the clerks, she didn't really put the date or the address
On the marriage license.
on the marriage license.
So it got
What's up?
incomplete.
So
Did it have something to do with a hanging Chad?
No Chads. Just
No
a
Chad?
dumb clerk.
Okay.
It's your butt.
He was too busy putting it on Facebook.
Exactly. No, it never made it on
Still
Facebook.
hasn't been on Facebook.
I'm not surprised that she messed up.
Yeah, neither are we.
No.
Yes.
They're just chilling.
He's not surprised either, in case anybody was curious what he said.
What? What, Amy?
Nothing.
David likes to say
From Arnold Simon, he would like us to say Shehechianu. Baruch
Adonai.
I love how rough.
You melech haolam. Shehecheyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu.
That's a good thing.
Thank you so much for the wonderful blessings and bringing us all together. That's sort of what the English says.
Yes.
Jackie on this memorable. Memorable.
I just want to say something that Heath, you look good with hair.
Yeah.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, we all agree.
Heath, I think you should keep the hair. Where is he?
And Zoller, you have very good dance moves. We know why you have a job now.
Heath, you should keep the hair.
Maybe he should.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. We'll see.
Looks good, Heath.
That was just so deep. Not you, the tequila.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I'm unmuting people.
See, he's growing it. I'm moving.
Yeah, we know, Matt. We know you need it.
Heath, I didn't know you could grow hair.
I got the
He's
same
growing it. I'm
cul-de-sac
moving
that
it.
Matt does up at the top.
Not so much here, but here.
I got the same one.
Can we put Myrna in charge of the camera?
We actually watched it the other day, Lee. Just could not stop laughing. It was great.
Lee, it's a good thing you're not in the same room with me, Lee. I might be small, but I'm mighty.
Come on over,
keep
Myrna.
recording? Should I keep recording?
Should I keep recording?
Well, when somebody just shoves a phone in your face and says, "Here, record," no instruction.
If you knew
By the time we do
you
this
know
for real, we'll all be experts.
preparation and instructions.
Listen,
It was the last minute.
last minute, but it worked out. Everyone got to watch.
I'm pretty sure that's the theme of your lives.
I would hire you. You did a fantastic job.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
All right. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, guys. This
Happy
means a
Mother's
lot.
Day.
We love you all.
Thank you.
Hope to see you guys soon. Kiss
Is
all
this
the
open bar?
kids. Yeah. Yeah. Plenty of scotch and
And rum.
yeah, Captain for you, Lee, all day.
Jordan, can you bring the kids back so I can say goodbye?
Yeah, bring the kids back. We'll say goodbye to the kids. Where are your kids, Lee?
Oh, Jackson, come here.
Okay, my fault.
Fair
I'm
enough.
sorry.
Leave him be.
I don't want to be around my kids right now.
We don't blame.
Molly. There's Molly there.
Oh, Molly's still alive.
Yay! Splinter. Oh, Splinter. Splinter's still alive.
Gail, Jackson. Where'd they go? I think they left.
What's that I don't remember that commercial. I think the guy's looking in like the
I am sweating.
the people. It's a movie or something. The guy's like, All right, whatever. That's what made me think of Russ.
No idea.
Is Russ painting his house?
Russ is working. He's cooking, I think lunch to go orders at the restaurant. They reopened today, this week. Lunch.
Welcome back.
Recognize all the stuff.
I was actually going to say, I'm glad that we're really getting our money's worth. Oh, it's the first thing I noticed.
See, there's sometimes it makes sense not to.
Ah. There you go.
I have been working very hard.
Aww.
Gail, are you there?
Yeah, that was Marna.
There you go. We're all set up.
What is that?
Oh my gosh.
Bye, Matt. Thanks for coming.
Hi, Matt.
Russ is still dancing.
Oh, I see Jackson. There's Yao.
Amy, where do I pick up my goodie bag?
At the door.
You can go to the court.
We love you guys. We love you.
Happy Mother's Day to all.
Hi, Ellie Belly.
Yes, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Mothers.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Jackson, can you say I love you?
Oh, no.
Amanda, happy Mother's Day. Congratulations, Verna.
Thank you.
Am I not surprised Liam just
I
did
can
that?
always count on you to break the news.
I was going to invite you over for a drink, Lee, but I don't know.
So she can meet you outside and.
Bye, Jackson. Bye, Yael.
Nope, they're gone.
Bye, Al.
Okay,
They're
bye.
not on anymore.
Maybe I'll come.
Bye, Arn.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, we love you.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was great.
Bye, everybody. Happy Mother's Day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Love you, Ari.
Bye, Jess.
Bye, Jess. Bye, Lee.
Love you guys.
Bye, Jack. Bye.
Zooms like this where everybody's like, bye, 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 bye. And it's still on. Bye, bye. Well, she's
Yes, Marna.
There's a funny video going around about that.
I bet there
I'm
is.
sure.
Well, I'm glad you guys were surprised and liked it.
Very much.
Ari, it looks like you actually did your hair.
Well,
He did.
I put water
And
in
it
it. I slicked
freaked
it
me
back. I
out.
slicked it back and everything.
I'm also glad you're wearing pants.
I always wear
He always
pants.
wears pants.
I was really telling Jackie.
I always wear pants too.
She did put on a bra.
I even put on a bra.
I had to put on a bra.
Love you guys.
When Andrew Cuomo had his saying Happy Mother's Day to his mother, as I was getting ready, she was wearing like pearls, and I'm thinking, she was all dressed up in a dress, and
Nada.
you can't see it, so it is dressed.
Thank you. She was all dressed up with nowhere to go.
I'm dressed, I have makeup on, I have earrings on.
I put an eye
Hunter.
into my hair.
I washed and dried my hair.
Hunter.
Dress that I was supposed to be wearing, but it's the same color.
Thank you.
I'm just glad this was on Sunday when I take my weekly shower.
Me too.
Yep.
But I skipped it today.
Yeah, see how.
Time was good.
No, he went in town.
Dad, how is your orange?
The
best.
Hi, kids. Love you
Better than the lifesavers? Wait a minute.
Arnie, how you feeling, Arnie?
Okay, not great, but okay. Much better, that's for sure.
Good. Holding your own?
I'm trying to, but it's so heavy.
Tough problem
I
to
knew
have.
that was
Arnie.
coming.
Tough problem to have.
Yeah,
Bye, bye.
got problems.
Just be careful of a jealous surgeon.
We're glad his sense of humor is intact.
100%.
I went to a hairdresser this morning, so that was.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's terrible.
Hey, there's more beers
Okay.
here.
These are my.
Why is it so?
Where's Jackie? Jackie, these are my good roasting glasses.
Well, thank you.
And these are my good glasses. Oh, nobody can see.
I thought like it was like alcohol.
Thank you both.
No plastic cups today for the party.
All right, I guess I could stop recording. I'm so
Yeah.
mad at the beginning, Michael.
I was busy getting
Michael's
the party favors.
Is this
Amy,
a sit-down
stop
meal
recording,
or a
please.
buffet?
What, Alan?
Is this a buffet or a sit-down meal?
It's a sit down. Just wait. They're coming around soon.
BYOB.
I'll take it.
Just don't hold your breath.